I'm gonna design a bunch of brand new emoji because honestly, it feels like we're missing out. There are so many emoji that should have existed for a long time now. It's gotten to the point that people are using custom emoji all the time with any chance they get because the regular emoji just aren't cutting it anymore. Our culture has evolved in a way where we need more of these funny pictures to actually express how we feel because emotions are complicated, man. Some might consider that to be laziness, but to me, it's honestly kind of beautiful. Emoji are essentially their own universal language at this point, and I think we should lean into that and go all in into making more emoji for more emotions. So welcome back to Fix the World. I took your comments from these past videos and I got a bunch of my own ideas, so let's get into it. Here's our Photoshop file. Let's paste in our blank emoji from the last times and our massive list of emoji. It really just keeps on going. I know I've mentioned this before, but as you can see with the list, the actual yellow face emoji and around 111, maybe like 120, depending on how you count it. But like we all know, these are the ones we use the most, you know? So to start, I actually don't want to do a brand new emoji, but rather an adjustment of an old one, being the loudly crying face emoji. That's the title. Now, if you've been on the internet like at all in the past few years, you know that this basically doesn't even mean crying anymore. I've essentially only seen this used in the context of laughing or like just something's funny. And honestly, I kind of get it. It doesn't really convey sadness. Like, what's up with this mouth? I get that there's tears, but it's just like such a strange face. I don't know. I think that the Google version does it a little bit better. I think the mouth being more open is pretty crucial. I really like the touch of the pools of the tears being at the bottom too. Anyway, enough yapping. Let's actually do the thing. I think a good start would be using this mouth from Tired Face or Weary Face. So let's drop that in real quick. Gotta line it up, and we should pretty easily be able to just plop this in here. I might even smooth that out a little more, just because I can. That's pretty good though. Actually, now that I think about it, we could even use the eyebrows from this one. So let me take those out real quick. I'll do the same smoothing treatment, and I'm actually gonna split them into two, just so we can individually move them and rotate them however we want. Now, I think a big part of my problem is this like closed eye just being like that. It's not very like intense. At least for me, when I'm like having a good bawling session, like really just letting it out, I'm not just like closing my eyes. Like I still want to look at things, especially if like something's causing the anguish towards me. Like I want to just give them a little glare. And I don't think there's a single better way to do it than using like the cute eyes in these ones. But yeah, you can already see like this is expressing a lot more anguish than this, you know? And I don't even have the tears yet. I feel like another part of like crying this hard I'm an experienced crier, unfortunately. Your eyes aren't like this wide open, you know? Like the tears being there just forces your eyes to kind of squint. So with that in mind, I think we try to warp this. Yeah. Let's warp the other side to be similar. I'd like it to be symmetrical, but I can't exactly copy and paste the eyes since like these shiny parts are supposed to be on the same side, you know what I mean? I think I am gonna kind of just make the tears from scratch. I'm starting with this pretty basic blue color, but don't worry, it'll look a lot better soon. I'm actually gonna turn up the smoothing on this brush. I don't want these tears going straight down, especially with this open mouth. Like that's kind of strange how it cuts off the mouth over in this Google one. If you've ever cried before, you know, it kind of follows the lines of your face. I don't want this to sound too negative or sad, but like, I'm just trying to tell the truth. And I am definitely gonna steal that puddle idea. Like, come on guys, this is looking significantly better. I know I'm biased, but like, I know I'm right too, you know? I guess I could just make this totally symmetrical with the tears and like copy paste it, flip it. But to me, it's just a little more expressive to have it uneven like this. I want the tears to almost seem kind of goopy, you know? Like see these kind of folds here? I guess the Google one does a similar thing. And we want it to be going nice and wide, just showing that the tears have been coming for a little while. Okay, good start, but as you can see, the tears are really flat. Like looking at any other color in the emoji, you can see it's kind of a gradient. Like right here, we have this white, but over here, we've got this kind of brown. You don't totally notice it when it's super small, but it does make a big impact. Before I get too far in that though, I think the eyes should actually be bigger. Yeah. That's depressing, man. No. It's so sad. We are gonna have to adjust kind of the shape of this then. Yeah, this is good. This is good. I almost think the eyes are too high though. Does that make sense? Like maybe we bring them down. This keeps messing with my shapes, but maybe I can cheat a little. Yeah, that's perfect. I'm going to create a clipping mask with a new layer like this. That way, if we have another color and we try to draw, it only draws on top of the actual tiers. Then we just go along the edges like so. Just hear me out. It's gonna look nice, I hope. All right, so we got something like that, but if we blend it differently, that just looks a lot more three-dimensional. It's so funny how like bad some stages of photoshopping can look. Like that looks pretty terrible, but once we do a blend mode and bring down the opacity a little bit, that looks pretty natural. That's pretty good. I think we're almost there. I'm trying to decide if the eyebrows should be bigger or just like placed differently. I definitely like that they curve this way instead of the opposite way like they do on this. Okay, then last tweak, I think the water itself could have a little bit of a drop shadow. Okay, I think that's gonna do for that one. Devastated crying emoji. Very good. Group that and shrink it down. Next up is a pretty simple one, but I actually don't understand how it isn't a thing already. That being a whispering emoji. Like I'm imagining this sort of thing, where it's like I'm whispering and covering up my mouth. I thought surely this existed already, even if it was like with one of these more people-looking emoji. But I looked through all this and no, it does not exist. So let's just get the default emoji in here just to steal its eyes. That sounds terrifying. Did not mean to phrase it like that. And let's grab a hand. Yeah, like that one looks pretty nice. Right hand. Right words hand? Right words. Is that a word?
Right word.
I guess. That just sounds like so not natural to say. We can kind of bend it this way. Oh, that thumb looks so bad though. I also feel like it should be the other way around. I don't know if there's like a reason to that, but... Oh, but the hand... The thumb should not be going that way. I made this mistake before. Wait a minute, I did this already. Yeah, look at this emoji. I made this in the last one. Those hands were perfect. Let me paste that over here. Yeah, come on. Oh, that looked scary. Yeah, that looks so much better. Jeez. I think I actually want a little bit of a mouth peeking from below, just to really convey that it's like, it's talking. It's not just covering the mouth. I'm gonna just go like this, put it behind the hand, and I'm actually just gonna do a blend mode so that I can not worry about that outline on it. Okay, nice and simple, whispering emoji. That'll do. All right, for the next one, it might seem weirdly specific. However, I actually think it would be super versatile. My vision is like a bonked emoji. We got like those spiral eyes, and we got a mouth that's a little more open than it is normally. For reference, I'm of course kind of copying this one. Then I want like an actual bump on its head and maybe like some starry effects, like an explosion sort of look. So it's just like a bonk. I mean, the most obvious way to use this would be like injury, because the current injured emoji are really kind of just sad and simple. I don't know. Like this is just sick. And this one's like, oh, I'm just all bandaged up. It doesn't actually show the injury itself. But I want one that's a little more funny that I can use to like tease people that got injured in a funny way or something. I don't know. I actually do really think we should have that tilt, meaning we should do a little bit of a perspective. Then we can kind of just improvise. Then if we do an inner shadow, that adds a lot. I'm trying to follow the contour of the eyes. You can see that above the darkness, there's like a little dark, and below it's bright. So I'm trying to copy that same sort of vision. All right, yeah, I'm pretty happy with that actually. Now we need to make the bump on the head. How do we do that? I mean, even that doesn't look terrible. Yeah, I can work with that. Now we're definitely gonna want to change the coloring on it. That way we can be like, ouch, I got hurt. Do I want it red or like blue? Would that make sense? I mean, that looks grosser for sure. Is that what we want? Okay, I'll do a tiny bit of blue, just at the top. Good progress. Now, let's get those like star effects in there. I mean, that's kind of what I'm saying, is like these little triangles. Yeah, I think that would work. My first instinct would be yellow, but the fact that the actual emoji is yellow kind of throws it off. I mean, red? Red could be good. Oh, you know what I think this would be perfect for? is just paired with the hammer emoji. Like, check that out. That's perfect. Honestly, this one looks the most in the Apple style, if you ask me. Okay, that one was kind of complicated again. Let's balance it out with a really simple one. Now, we all know the slightly smiling emoji. While its purpose was to spread joy, it has done, like, probably more harm than good in the sense that it just totally conveys, like, such a passive-aggressive feeling where it's just like, totally, yeah. I totally agree. That's awesome. We have such better versions of showing happiness, like with this guy, that this just seems so like, ugh. And I want to lean into that. More. I definitely got some comments for this one, but let's just make it red. Like, that's such a simple tweak, but that definitely shows some serious concealed rage. I kind of can't believe I haven't done that one already. It seems pretty obvious. All right, our next one is actually inspired by some old ones from the past videos. I was watching some of those old videos back, and I came across this frame of the video. This was like a halfway point when I was creating the eye twitch emoji before I added this little eyelid action. But this got me thinking, and I think this could actually fit with a lot of suggestions that you guys have given me. So let's try to recreate that real quick. Nice. Basically, this is the start of an emoji that's just really seen something, and that could be interpreted in a lot of different ways. The way I want to emphasize that is maybe with some of the blue shading. Yeah, like these guys. It could be like total despair or like hopelessness, even like guilt, like, oh, I got caught doing something and I don't know what I'm gonna do now. Oh, that actually worked really well. I just gotta mask out the parts I don't want. So you go away. I mean, that's pretty good with the eyebrows, but I kind of don't want the eyebrows in there. Oh, can I do like the patch tool sort of thing? Go like that. Oh, perfect. That worked exactly how I wanted. Then if we go like this, let's mess with the different blend modes, but I think that's what I'm wanting. Anyway, now I have kind of a fun idea. I've been really interested with the emoji that are just kind of out there, like this dotted line face, even this fog one, this shaky one. Oh wait, no, while we're here, you see these nodding and shaking head ones? I think it's actually really important that we make a version of these where it's frowning instead of smiling. Oh, looks like someone already did it. Like, at least with this way of shaking, I feel like the frown is so much more usable than if it had a smile, you know? Because it's like, no, I don't agree, instead of like, no, I don't agree. Okay, this is the best quality one I can find. Let's try that patch tool again. Perfect. And let's steal this mouth. What a strange thing to do. This can be like admitting guilt. I don't know why I'm so on that guilt train. Like with that one, I was talking all about it, but you know what I'm saying, right? Okay, that's pretty good. I'll settle with that. And we'll just keep this one that the internet made. Okay, I got distracted. What was I doing before? Oh, right. So I think a lot of these emoji that like break the barriers of what it should be are some of the most interesting ones. So like we already kind of did that with this, with that bonk and these star thingies, and even these tears. And most notably from recent memory is this melting face one. I remember when they added this was like a pretty big deal. Like I feel like people instantly liked it. And I think it's because it's actually willing to break these barriers of being just a yellow circle. So I have a vision for a new one that kind of does a similar thing. I'm thinking we crack it like an egg. So I'm gonna use the polygonal lasso tool. This will let me kind of do these fun little shapes, cracking it all the way down. There's segment 1. Let's invert that. Then I'm gonna start from here and make a third segment. Bam. Okay, now looks normal until we just tilt these around a little bit. Like, tell me this wouldn't get used. Come on. That's awesome. There needs to be enough distance between them that it's like super noticeable what's happening. It's getting cracked. And to further emphasize it, we need the shading to follow along the cracks as well. Yeah, that's not bad. Let's try to apply that to the other layers as well. Oh, yeah, that's looking clean on that one at least. Maybe I do another tiny chunk off of this. There we go. Okay, that's not bad. Yeah, I like it. I feel like this pretty well emphasizes like, I don't know, my heart is cracking. I know there's a cracked heart emoji, and that's great and all, but this is like more personal because it's a face, you know? I'm realizing that a lot of these emoji are kind of negative emotions. Let's make some that are a little more joyous. Kind of going along with this idea of like breaking the boundary of the circle. I kind of want to try one that's gonna be just like squished on the side, kind of like this. Maybe we can have like a little bump like so. I want this to be smiling, but like the smile's kind of squished up, so it's got that like line, you know. I guess if we again take this slightly smiling one, it's also kind of warped. Okay, that's kind of getting at what I want, but it might be better to just draw this out. Start nice and small. And yeah, we just want it to like kind of do this sort of thing. Great, then we can again just steal the shading from the Bonk stuff. This could be used in a lot of different combos for sure. Like it's squished up against something like another emoji or letters even. Ooh, also, I think it would be just as valid to make some that are like literally just rotated. That's funny. I like that a lot. I know it's kind of similar to the melting face, but I like how tilted that is. Also, I feel like we could literally just do one that's flipped the other way around. Yeah, that's pretty good. I vibe with those. A little more joy in our project. Honestly, I think this one's my favorite of the three. It just looks so natural. Oh, and also speaking of combos, I might have mentioned this before, but like one of my favorite combos of all time is the saxophone plus caterpillar. Yeah, like other people be doing this too. That's awesome. I feel like you could do that with a lot of these. Even with like this, you could do the hand that's going, yeah, like that. That's a pretty good combo right there. And I was trying to think of any new combos that I could come up with on my own. And I realized there's a door, but not an open door. I know that's literally like the most simple thing imaginable, but I genuinely do think it would be pretty beneficial to have something like this. Maybe we want like a frame for the door. Go like this. And then I cut that out of the mask. Maybe we put like some black behind it too. That looks a lot better to me. Like pair that with the man emoji walking, or even better yet, our good friend Caterpillar. Like that totally works. He's going out the door. Obviously, it's like, it seems a little more niche, but again, it's like, this could be used in a fun little combo of like, all right, I'm heading out, whatever emotion you want to pair with that, you know? Ooh, okay, I have a fun idea for like another little mini series of emoji, kind of like this. And that's emoji that are like peering over an edge, if that makes sense. Let's just cut off the bottom half of this. We're gonna want to give that a little bit of the shadow treatment. And as you can imagine, this emoji would be like right at the bottom of the text box. So it's kind of just like peering over. And I think there's a lot of emotions that could be paired with that. I mean, the most simple version, of course, is just the regular eyes. Ooh, we could even take the side eye emoji we made. If you guys remember that, these could be placed like right down here. I feel like this is like lurking in some sort of chat. Like you're not saying anything and people don't think you're listening, but you're there, you're checking it out. You're just giving it a little look every once in a while. Let's give this the same sort of shadow on the bottom. Yep, that's pretty good. Ooh, maybe the other side eye. So we got like that kind of thing. Ooh, I think this could even work with like the blue top, like this guy. Go like that. And we just gotta take out those eyeballs. Yeah, that's kind of fun. I like it. It's almost like a more subtle way of doing the eyeballs. I feel like this is a kind of more fun way of doing it. It's more modern. More modern meaning I just barely made it. Like, I don't know. Awesome. I'm actually pretty happy with those. All right, I guess we're done. Other than the bonus emoji. I have a few ideas that I'd count as bonus for various reasons. The first one, you might have noticed I have scrolled past this a couple times, but there's actually one coming that's a distorted face. Oh, I love it so much. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. I think this is supposed to come like early 2026, something like that. Meaning it's not out yet. You can see on this emoji page, it doesn't even show up on the Apple side. So while it's gonna be a thing anyway, I just wanted to give my shot at making it first so I can say I did it. That way, technically, Apple will be copying me. You know what I'm saying? So we start with this. Let's just get rid of that. And we're pretty much good. What I love about this is it's kind of just doing the whole wide angle, like 0.5 filter thing. Like if we check this out, go to 0.5, get nice and close. You can kind of see where the idea comes from. Because if I'm looking just straight ahead and not at the cameras, then my eyes are totally split apart like this. which is exactly what it does in this. I want this to be easy, but I have a feeling it's gonna be like annoyingly hard for some reason. Fisheye, haha. Why'd it turn into a square? Oh, I'm gonna keep that. What? Like, that's not quite what it should look like, but that's really funny. That's a bonus emoji if I've ever seen one. Let's try to just start with a blank yellow one. Let's bring in these eyes. We move this here, make it bigger. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's good. Okay. How's that look? How's that look? Not good. Kind of looks freaky though. I don't know. I don't think I did that very well. I don't know. That like really weirds me out. I don't, like, that's so uncanny. Looks straight out of salad fingers or something. Like, that makes me really uncomfortable. I'm gonna hide that. That goes over here. Oh, that like threw off my whole vibe. I was having a decent time, but now I just feel like really strange. Okay. Redirection. Onto a really simple bonus one. In the last one, I made these really dumb, like, happy and sad ones. Obviously just being like when you actually type the colon in parentheses. But apparently a bunch of you guys wanted just this version of it. Oh, ew, I don't like that font though. You know, the kind of like cat face thing. And you know, I'll let it happen. There you go. And for our last bonus emoji, don't worry, I didn't forget. We're bringing back our little guy. If you haven't watched the other videos yet, which please do that after this little guy has been like a slow progression throughout the 3 episodes. Like, I started with just this face thing, and then I gave him a little body, and then I gave him clothes. And like, so many of you wanted me to keep going with it. And at this point, he's kind of just the staple of the series, so we gotta keep it going. Some of you guys said to give him like a suit, a propeller hat, shoes. And honestly, I don't know what I want to give him. I haven't thought this far ahead. I just like knew I wanted to evolve him somehow. My brain is drawing towards that propeller hat idea just because like his head is so... Oh yeah, there's like a regular cap. It's kind of to the side though. Maybe that's cool. So how we're gonna do that is change the color. Let's say it's red. Let's try to just get this segment here. And then we can mask the actual filter that's changing the color, like this. And then let's get a couple other filters doing different colors. Whoa. That's crazy, dude. This guy down here is too much. He's freaking me out. Maybe we want a green segment, I guess. Maybe purple? Or pink, and we can leave the top blue, that's just fine. I think we just gotta like brush in our own propeller. That's pretty good. Look at that, look at that little boy. So wholesome. Well guys, I think that'll do it for today. I really want a lot of these to be real. For the tradition, let's add one to the globe. Well, I think a lot of these are super clean and fresh. It's just like, I don't think you can beat this. This looks so good. Like, I could totally see people using this all the time. So here it is on the globe, crying out the ocean. And for next episode, let's do more app icons. You know, that whole thing where I was doing like the realistic and simple ones. I thought that was kind of fun. Let me know what other apps you'd want to see changed. And it doesn't even have to just be realistic simple. It could be something totally different too. Just leave a comment and I might use yours for the next episode. I see those easier if you're a channel member. Thank you guys for the support. Make sure you check out the other emoji video if you missed them, and go ahead and subscribe.